What my first love taught me. How on earth are you ever going to explain in terms of chemistry and physics so important a biological phenomenon as first love? Albert Einstein. I met this boy in freshman year, we were in the same school and we had the same group of friends. After hanging out with him and speaking to him through social media for a few months, he became my boyfriend. At first, I thought that it wouldn't last, that it was just a relationship unimportant just for fun. I didn't expect to fall in love and to live what I thought was a teen romance. Little did I know that this one person will change my world in a very short time and will make me learn things about myself that I didn't know before. It was a long journey with ups and downs, but the end was worth it. We started our relationship on February 2nd, 2019. I was happy because I really liked this boy, but I didn't expect our relationship to grow the way it did. I didn't want to get attached to him because I was scared that one day he was going to hurt me or leave me. Despite this fear, over time I let my guard down and fell in love with him. I knew I was in love because I felt something I have never felt before. It was like I had butterflies in my stomach every time I was with him. He made me so much happier, and thanks to him, I learned how to love myself. Obviously, all wasn't perfect. Indeed, we argued a lot, and when we were arguing, all was bad. Even if he made me experience such beautiful emotions, I also discovered new ones like pain and anger, but in a different way. As a result, all my emotions were increased tenfold. Unfortunately, after 9 months, our relationship deteriorated. Indeed, we spent so much more time arguing than enjoying the moment. Even though the situation was not great, we loved each other so much that we stayed together. I think we both knew that the situation was toxic, but personally, I couldn't picture my life without him, and naively, I thought he was the love of my life and that we were going to end our life together. However, like Nelly Furtado said, all good things come to an end. Later, he broke up with me on February 25th, 2020. It was the most hurting of my life. I tried to look good, but inside I was broken. At the beginning, I thought he would come back and told me this was a joke, but it didn't go that way. I cried a lot, I lost all my self-confidence, and I thought I will never go over it. I questioned myself a lot because I didn't know what to do and didn't want to do anything anymore. For instance, I lost my appetite for about 2 weeks and as a consequence lost 11 pounds. Fortunately, my friends and my mom helped me a lot. In order to forget him, I decided to take refuge in work. I figured it was a good strategy to stop thinking about him. At first it worked, even if it was really hard to concentrate because I saw him every day at school. In spite of that, I was getting slowly better. Then, less than 1 month later, we were in quarantine because of the pandemic. It was honestly the worst moment because I was faced to all my emotions and I couldn't do anything, neither see my friends nor go to school. I was stuck at home with all my pain. The only positive aspect was that I didn't have to see him every day anymore. We didn't speak for almost 3 months. Indeed, he blocked me from every social media. For the first time, I really realized that I was going through a heartbreak. It was very difficult for me because I was still in love with him and with our memories. Furthermore, every day I watched our pictures together because I missed him so much. It was like a part of me was gone. At some point, I decided to stop crying every night and pull myself together. As the months passed, I started going better. I started deleting all my photos and videos with him. I packed all his stuff that he had left in my home to return to him when I would saw him. I stopped thinking about him all the time. On top of that, I began to do sport at home, and above all, I concentrated on myself and I learned how to love myself again and regain my self-confidence. I understood that before loving anyone, I needed to love myself first. Once the quarantine was over, I started hanging out with my friends again, have fun, and do all the things that I didn't want and couldn't do anymore. I returned to him all his stuff, and when I saw him, I didn't feel anything. I was still attached for sure, but I knew that I didn't love him anymore. I was so happy and proud of myself because I went through this ordeal, whereas I first thought that I would never make it and that my life was over now that I was without him. This experience of life made me grow and become a stronger person. I surprised myself because I didn't expect the success to overcome all the pain, but I did. Even if this relationship caused me a lot of pain, I didn't regret it at all. Indeed, I found a beautiful person with whom I shared 1 year of my life and with whom I created memories and discovered new feelings. Today, we ignore each other and we act like strangers. However, he remains a very important person to me. In fact, I consider him my first love. I figured out that we weren't meant to be together, but it isn't that important because it's how life works. Despite all the sorrow that I faced, I am beyond thankful to have lived this experience. Now I am a grown person and I know a lot more about myself. To conclude, this experience taught me a lot. Indeed, I know better how to manage my emotions. I discovered a bunch of new feelings and now I know how to face them. In addition, I learned how to love myself and now I know my worth. Moreover, I know that first love and heartbreaks are an experience in everyone's life. No matter how hard they are, you will always overcome them. You need to remember that you are a strong person and if everyone can go through it, you can too. Finally, the most important is to be surrounded by good and healthy people that bring happiness in your life and that remember you how great you are. Above all, you must never stop loving yourself.